What's up, YouTube fam? Alright, check it out. I'm going to call this video the Screw Me State Part 2. The racket in Louisiana. Ah, what a beautiful day it is out here though, y'all. Got them flowers behind me. Just wonderful out here. It's a busy day though. A lot of traffic's going by, but oh well, no big deal. But I'm going to talk just a little bit more about this situation I'm dealing with this state of Louisiana and this taxes. I've been talking to my neighbors, some good people around here, and stuff that since I have kind of shed the light on the situation, they hadn't looked at it either. And now they went and looked at their records and seen, now some of them aren't on homestead exemption, but it doesn't matter. They're getting screwed. And I've talked to people in other parts of the different parishes and stuff, and it is a statewide deal, but it does seem to be targeted. And I've got this from very good sources. They do seem to be targeting probably everybody under homestead is going to be, they're going to throw an outrageous number on their property, so they will be paying taxes. Because the state has a lot of stuff they have to pay now that the COVID situation has come upon us. Ironic how that works out that way, right? Well, I think I have a remedy for this situation. And I think it would kind of stop states from doing stuff like that if we band together and got something like this going. So, for example, I think the state should issue you a check for the difference of the estimated value opposed to what you actually sell your house for. Your appraisal value, what you get appraised when you sell, okay? Say they come out and they appraise your house for $250,000. You go to sell it and you get appraised for $175,000. Well, then they should send you cut you a check matching what it should have been for. $75,000, right? That's based on their estimate of the value of your house. So if they were that far off and you've been paying taxes on it, you should get a check for $75,000, correct? I think so. I mean, it's kind of like taxing used vehicles, man. You buy a truck for $50,000, and if it's sold every year for 10 years, the taxes paid on that vehicle is going to be worth more than what the truck was valued at to begin with. Now, I do understand each time it gets sold, it's going to depreciate a little by little, but a $50,000 truck isn't going to depreciate, especially in this state, that much. So let's go 15 years. It's going to catch up. It will catch up, guys. But I digress. Hey, man, this is my cross that I must bear, right? I don't think so, because I do remember when I went back to my paperwork on this house. I'd have to take this to court. It's probably going to cost me more than it's worth, but for principal matters, I think I got a leg to stand on. And especially depending on how much taxes I'm going to pay through the longevity of owning this house. Now, in my paperwork, it does have, we were first-time home buyer. We had a first-time home buyer situation. Anybody want a NOS? I love these. But just this one. I don't like any of the other stuff. Now, it said we were homestead exempt, and it was supposed to never change in the duration of the time that we own this house. We should keep our homestead exemption. And they say in the state of Louisiana, it's up to $75,000. It doesn't matter. If you bought that house for under $75,000, we bought this house for like $72,000. Okay, they have appraised it almost $100,000 now. Yeah, it could possibly be worth that, maybe. If it was in a city, it would be well worth that. It'd be worth way more. But that's the reason we bought this house out here. For one, the property values, the homestead exemption. You can get this out here in the country and live very quietly and peaceful, and then you can just drive back and forth, or do like we do and get an apartment also, whichever. But you have this. We wouldn't have taken this deal otherwise. Now they're trying to kick our butts and try to scam us in that respect. What's the point? What's the point in making the long drive? I know we're moving to Texas and all that kind of stuff. We're still going to keep this house though. But what's the point? What's the lagniappe of living out in the country other than just having the peace and quiet? I mean, that's a pretty good lagniappe. Don't get me wrong. And I am a country boy. I'm sorry, my sinuses are kicking butt, y'all. Um, but but I am a country boy, and I love being out in the country as opposed to being in the city. That's a fact. It is what it is. However, that said, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I've lived here for 21 years, and they hadn't pulled this racket until ultimately, boom, guess what? 2020, COVID, right? Exactly. It's just had to get on here and just do a little part two, y'all. I'm not fired up like I was the first time. I looked at all my T's, they're crossed, all my I's are dotted. Facts and figures, I know exactly what I'm talking about. But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. You know, and one thing more. It's also another little kick in the butt. I almost turned this off, but I wanted to put one more little stick in the mud here. For 18 years, I've been paying child support, nearly $800 a month in child support. Okay, done my part, done my job, right? Done it. We're getting down to it. I'm fixing to go to court next week, and we're going to get that child support knocked in half because of my oldest son. You know, he's 21 now, and my other son, he's 18. So, but he's still in high school, and he's fixing to graduate. But it's 18 or 19 if they're still in school. How it works out. Well, it's kind of taken a lot to get it to go into this, but ultimately all this falls down. What I'm trying to say is, you start saving a little money somewhere, and then all of a sudden it happens every time. Every time I find something and I start saving money in my life or start making money good here and there, there's something that comes along. It's like a little flag that's popped up, an alarm went off somewhere and said, hey, I want some of that money. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You know, the insurance has gone through the roof. The taxes have gone through the roof. And then here I'm starting to try to get to where I'm saving a little bit of money. And then you got this screwed up. Man, this is the most crooked state ever. Everybody will tell you that. I remember when I was in junior high school, my civics teacher, she was the granddaughter-in-law of Governor Edwards, and she told us so much that went on in our class, stuff we shouldn't even be knowing about. And they took us on a tour of Baton Rouge. Even we got a tour of everything. And before we went down there, she filled us in with a whole bunch of stuff and took video of the legislatures. None of them are listening to each other. They don't care as long as they're getting their money. That's all they want. They want their kickbacks. They're not. They're sitting there. You got one man up there with a little gavel up behind a podium and talking. Ain't nobody listening to him. They're all talking amongst themselves, man. And this is back in the late 80s, early 90s. Stuff ain't changed, y'all. It's just gotten. It's always been as crooked as it is now, but I think it's gotten more crooked in a different way. I don't mind saying it. You know, man, I'm real. I keep it real. I tell it like it is. I don't care who I piss off. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm your friend. I'm everything. But if you're wrong, I'm going to call you out in front of everybody. I'm going to do it. Everybody that knows me. There's a ton of people watching this video. I promise you, a ton of people, my real friends in real life. And they work with me. You know. You do wrong or somebody's doing wrong, I'm going to call you out in front of everybody. It's always been the way I am. But if you're a good person and all that kind of stuff, I'm behind you 110,000%. Always. But I don't take no BS. And this is BS, y'all. Whew. Guys, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to calm down a little bit. I said I wasn't going to get fired up in that video, and I started getting fired up, y'all. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, y'all. That's exactly what this state does to its people. Take a few trips around the yard, y'all. Woo. Better lay off this energy drink. Oh, it's all right now.